Welcome to Vernon Snow MX and let's ride. As you'll see in the truck today, we're down a man. We've had some mechanical issues with one of our steeds, and our Commander-in-Chief, Mr. Scott Chisholm, has opted to bow out. So you've got Andrew and the Gimp heading to the backcountry. And Warren, what are we looking at today?
So today we're going to be focusing on my bike, which is a 2016 Husqvarna FE 350, and it's got a 2017 Timbersled limited edition Long-Track on it. I think we'll focus more on the bike itself today because it's the same track kit that you've got on Helga. So,
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, are we throwing any product reviews in today?
We are actually. We've got a really awesome pair of Tobe Boots that we've been trying out this season. I'm going to strap them to my feet today and give a little bit of feedback. And we've got some great feedback from Scott to add in as well. So
excellent.
Should be good. Other than that, let's get out, do some filming, and we'll catch up with you guys in the truck after.
Right on. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Okay.
We love it when companies send us their gear to have a look at, review, test, try out. And today we're going to have a look at Tobe's new Vivid Boa boot. I want to say thanks to Tobe for sending us these boots. Scott's been wearing them for the last couple of weeks and he's really pleased with them. Today's my first crack at them, and I'm going to see how they feel in the backcountry. First impression on these boots, nice and rigid, which we think is pretty important because our feet are quite exposed when we're on the bikes. They've got sort of an old school mindset to the liner, kind of like a snowboard boot. It's removable, which is awesome if they get wet. The liner itself cinches down, and then we have a 2-cinch system on the boot itself that cranks everything down. So let's get this boot on and have a look. It's a little bit stiff to put on, not too bad. And overall initial feel is great. The boot really feels good on my foot. Cinch that guy down, tuck that in, and then we just push in on this little notch and it cranks down the bottom of the boot first, which is going to drive our heel back into the back of the boot, which is a good idea. And then we'll hit this top piece and it's going to crank up the top of the boot and get a nice solid cinch. I'm curious to see how this is going to be to shift. Today it does feel really stiff, but again, Scott's made mention that he's really happy with them so far, so I'm keen to check it out. We'll do a quick follow-up in the truck on our way home.
Well, Andrew, we're here to do Twink's review, the Husqvarna 350, but a little bit of a surprise. What have we got our hands on up here?
We are pounding our way through, I'd say, a steady 2.5 feet of fresh snow. Certainly a surprise, not what we were expecting when we came out here. And I gotta say, it's really my first good ride on the 350 today, and I'm actually pretty surprised by it. It's handling the deep snow a lot better than I thought it would. And I mean, it's not a 450, I can definitely tell that, but it's still it's a fun little bike to ride, and it's handling this snow just fine. Maybe tell us a little bit about why you chose this bike.
Yeah, you bet. I think it's important to note that I'm really new to this. This is my first bike. Just started riding dirt last fall, so I needed a bike that could do both. And after a lot of research, the 350, a lot of conversations with guys that have been doing this a long time, the 350 was it. Also a good bike for me to learn on. It has been a really pleasant surprise for me. I don't know a lot of the technical stuff. I just know it's been a great bike. Forgiving, but power and torque that works for me. Okay, so we're back in the truck. We're on our way home. Perfect time to do a wrap up on amazing day riding the 350 FE and the Tobe Boots. So Andrew, you've now had a good ride in the Tobe Boots. So take it away. What'd you think?
So as mentioned, this was my first day wearing the Tobe Boots, and I was quite interested to try them out. Really quite impressed by the boot. Nice and rigid, yet easy to move around with the pegs, easy to shift. I didn't feel like they were binding at all or they're inhibiting me in any way. Super comfortable, extremely adjustable, great temperature management. Scott mentioned that he's had a couple of impacts. One, in fact, where he ran into the tunnel on my bike and hit it with his foot, and he felt super protected. I felt the same way today. I felt great protection in the boots while I was wearing them. The only small drawback would be the lash point on the boot for the gaiters for my snow pants. It's too small and it doesn't fit, and it's obviously designed for a Tobe snow pant or one piece. So maybe if if the company were to make that lash point a little bit bigger, then it's going to accommodate other manufactured snow pants, which I think would be a smart thing to do. They've kind of cornered themselves there a bit. Minor detail. Overall, Tobe, I'm giving you a thumbs up. Love the boots.
I think it's safe to say that I can give a thumbs up for Scott. He speaks really highly of him as well. So coming back around to the 350, it's clear what I think about the bike. I love it. I'm really interested, and probably the viewers are, you've got lots of experience, you're riding the 450, I've been chasing you guys all season. What's your impression of the 350 with the track kit in the snow?
You know what, it's a fun little bike. It's a rider's bike. You've got to shift a little bit more. You got to keep it in that top end. It doesn't have the low end grunt that a 450 or a 500 has. That said, I mean, you're not going to win any drag races on this bike. That's a given. It just doesn't have the jam. But it handles the snow well. We were in 2.5 feet of fresh snow today.
Yeah.
And that bike did a fine job. It went places that I didn't think it was going to go. It's pretty nimble and easy to throw around, and I had a lot of fun on it. I really enjoyed it.
Excellent. So, as a wrap up to the review, what's your thumbs up, thumbs down, 350?
I'd say thumbs up for sure, especially if you're wanting to ride this bike summer and winter, and you're just kind of getting into the game like you are on both sides. That's a perfect bike, and I think for any rider really, it's a fun bike to ride.
Well, it's thumbs up for me for sure.
Absolutely. That's it for this episode of Vernon SnowMX and Let's Ride, guys. Thanks so much for joining us today. Stay tuned. We are going to be coming out with more videos before the end of the season. Check us out online, vernonsnowmx.com. Find us on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you. Love any feedback that you have to offer.